Coach, we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, come on now.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass. On the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple, as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And shutting him off, now open field. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Motion. 58 to Mike, 58. Alert, 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 alert. Keep it up, defense.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Mike, 45. Who that?
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Check 45. Check 45.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 16-yard line.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They come out here in the I.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Flowers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sit up. 180. 58. Come on. I don't think you got it, sir.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Yeah.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got room. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as the Bears push further out in front. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll run here with Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
I got you. I got you.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Johnson, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Bridgewater. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get up! 180! Check.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sam Martin to kick off for Detroit.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Trubisky on first down. Being chased out left. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Now Trubisky lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown, Detroit.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13.
24. Lions 13.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Say. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Watch the safety creep. Check 99. Check 99.
They try again with Cohen. A beautiful fake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Hey, we got it.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Coming to you. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll get this one to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater, he'll rifle it. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Detroit, and even 40 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He'll find Lindsey here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Phillip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Bravo. Hey, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The open man is Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
180! Yeah, Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check. Whip.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, a run with Cohen. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Bridgewater now. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater, he's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how